Welcome back, fellow guitar enthusiasts. It's been a while and I'm pretty sure it's time to get back to working on this project. Last time the neck was glued and was left to dry. It's time to work on the body. First of all, we disassemble all the parts. Some of them will be used in the future, some will be replaced. In order to prepare the body for paint, we need to remove the lacquer layer and scuff up the surface. This is achieved with 120 grit sandpaper. If we don't do that, the new paint will not adhere as well. After a while, it looks totally even. As you have noticed, I masked off the sides and the back. I'm planning to paint only the top. As the original John Petrucci model had different control layouts, I need to plug the old controls and make new ones. Dowels, sawdust, and wood glue will do the trick. Time to spray paint. I did not record all of it due to time constraints, but basically the Picasso-esque pattern consists of several different colored pieces. So I was steadily masking off unwanted areas and spray painting the open spots. It usually took a couple of coats at least. It is not as perfect as I would like, but from 5 feet away it's hardly noticeable.
Many unbearable hours later.
So when all the pieces were in place and painted, it's time to remove the masking tape. It was a nerve-wracking process, to be sure. What looks like a high-speed editing here actually took about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, the neck glue has set and it's time to continue on. Removing the clamps and getting rid of the toothpicks. They served as guiding pins, making sure that the fretboard will not slide away. Just look at them fly! Another important part to mention are the side markers. I drilled 2mm holes and set the markers with super glue. Now the frets. I've opted for making new ones and not using the old ones. So I started cutting pieces from length of jumbo fret wire at each corresponding fret. After a bit of time, each fret slot had a friend. And it's also important to note before setting them, we need to prepare the slot. Filing will help avoid tear-outs when it's going to be time to refret the guitar. So with a bit of wood glue that I later replaced with super glue, each fret is set in its rightful place. It's a good idea to start with the outer edges and hammer the middle last. Wiping away the glue, squeeze out, and on to the next one. Final stretch and only a couple of frets left. As you can see, I've switched to super glue. Wiping off the excess before it becomes a headache. Now it's time to dress the frets. First thing is to cut the fret wire that's protruding. Then we need to roughly file all of the sharp bits and corners. Yes, there are tools for that, but at the time I only had a set of files, so it will have to do. After rough filing, it was time to use a finer diamond file. Here I was trying to shape the fret ends. The next step is leveling the frets. All of them need to be the same height, otherwise there will be a lot of buzzing or notes will not sound properly. I was using 320 grit sandpaper before polishing. Using a Sharpie helps with crowning the frets. Basically this shows where the material was taken off and where it was not. I'm using a rocking motion here to follow the radius of the fretboard. After that we can start polishing the frets. Here I'm using a rotary tool with a felt pad and a car polish compound. It's the same one I used for the ESG. You can see how dirty the felt pad became just after a few frets. Some hand polishing with a paper towel and we're done. I did not record assembly and wiring because I finished that the night before the concert. So here is the result. The next video will be lacquering, setup and sound demo. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more, and have a great day.